Hello! Quick update. Just wanted to let everybody know that I'm still vegan, month 3. So January 1st, actually it was January 2nd, if I'm being honest. I started Veganuary, and aside from a little bit of dairy here and there, and maybe a splash of milk in my coffee now and then, I have not had meat since the 2nd of January, and I'm very glad I'm staying on the trajectory. I'm staying on the plant-based diet, I will say, because since I occasionally put a splash of milk in my coffee, I guess I can't say I'm vegan, but I'm not vegetarian because I don't have cheese on a regular basis at all. So yeah, it's been great. I have a lot of great energy. I feel like my mind is clear, and of course I've been doing some other healing. I've been doing some healing center training, not trainings, I'm sorry, some healing center courses, and I think that helps as well. But so it could be a combination of a lot of things, but I've benefited greatly, and yeah, just a quick little update. I'm so excited. The next video should be, if I've timed these correctly, will be my first unboxing, and I'm so excited. I'm just unboxing everything. I've ordered a couple outfits. I've ordered, well, nope. I don't want to give anything away. So my next video will do a couple different unboxings of that, and that is just going to snowball into April. So I'm really, really excited. Thanks for hanging in there with me, and now starting in April we'll get some more unboxings and hopefully a bit more frequency with those. And if you're new to this channel, please subscribe and join my bubble of happiness, and my little bubble of happiness where I share good thoughts and offer little tips and meditations and book recommendations just to give yourself a nudge forward in life so you can achieve your dreams. Well, before we get started today, I just want to say that you are amazing. You are full of infinite potential. You can do it. Just get started. I'm right behind you, and I can't wait to hear about your success. You have the power and the ability to achieve your dreams. All it takes is just one small step, one thing per day. Just try. I'm wishing you all the best, and I know you can create great things. So what's our topic for today? Well, we talked a little bit about anxiety. So anxiety is something that I've worked on, that I have overcome, and spent quite a bit of time uncovering the reasons why and finding techniques and disciplines to manage anxiety in my life. One thing about anxiety is anxiety can really skew the perception of reality. So you might think you're perceiving something, but if it's your anxious brain that's perceiving it, most likely it is way off. So anxiety can be very debilitating, and it can be very sabotaging of your life. Nervous anxiousness on any part does not have a positive effect on relationships, work relationships, personal relationships, friendships, and just relationships with strangers. So anxiety, I know, can be very debilitating, and I know everybody has their own way of handling it. A couple of things that have worked for me very well, a couple of things that have worked for me for anxiety have been exercise. Fundamentally helps. It burns off excess energy. And anxiety, to me, is a lot of energy that doesn't know where to go. And it tends to use itself up in negative and destructive ways. So exercise really works. Also, Autosuggestions or hypnosis can be very helpful to just really calm anxiety down and help you actually step away from it and get behind it and really see what's going on in the situation. So those two things have helped for me. There are a lot of organizations out there that can help and that are really focused on helping to find the right technique that works for you. So I also had a quote that was really, it was about optimism, and the quote goes, okay, so for the pessimist and the optimist, the outcome is the same. In other words, the pessimist and the optimist, neither can control the outcome. The optimist is just going to have a better time getting from A to B. So again, back to the silver lining and back to when life hands you lemons, make lemonade. The optimist is going to enjoy the journey a lot better than the pessimist. So just like procrastination, I rate procrastination, anxiety, and pessimism as irrational because they're just not productive in any way. And I suppose if you want to argue for the sake of arguing, then fine. But this is just in my personal tool book and toolbox. They have not been helpful to me at any point of my life. So anxiety has never given me a positive result in life. I think a lot of people confuse anxiety for intuition because there's something that triggers the anxiety, and it's what they think, what some people, myself included, has thought, oh my gosh, this is what I saw of this situation, and I think it's my instinct or my intuition. And it's not. I mean, anxiety can really fool you into thinking that what you're experiencing is real. And we all experience something different. We all have a different perception of reality. But for the most part, we can get on a similar wavelength, and that's how we find connection with other people. When you have anxiety, that way, whereas other people, if this is up high is positive, and I'll do a graphic for this, and down low is negative, anxiety are going to be way down low. Nobody wants to go down where that anxious person is because it's a very skewed perception of reality that's causing anybody to feel anxiety. It's fear of the unknown, fear of death. Anxiety and fear, they go really, really hand in hand. So I'm not offering any medical advice. I have been somebody who has struggled with anxiety. I have used ways to combat anxiety and to just have a much better experience if I experience anxiety, if that makes some sense. People talk about an anxiety attack. When I have feelings of anxiety, which is very few and far between, I can actually take a step back and go, oh wow, I'm experiencing anxiety about this. And I can have a bit more of a reflective process of the situation as opposed to just being consumed by it. Now, in doing that, you might find, oh wow, this person or this, situation always makes me feel this way, and you might decide not to be in that situation. It's not good to be around people that trigger anxiety in you all the time. However, it is good to, the more that I found that I was digging deeper into myself, the more I realized whether this was something that I could change or if this was something that was indeed out there. So it really helps you focus on the things that, it's helped me to focus on the things that I can control and just to let go of the things that I can't control, because it's a waste of time anyway, trying to focus on something that you can't control. So checking the time. Stress can trigger anxiety, that feeling of overwhelmed. Anxiety is, I think, the worst effect of when stress and fear and overwhelm just get to this place where all of a sudden your mind is on overdrive and it just it just is like anxiety. This is how we're going to deal with this. And so I think the key, as anybody with anxiety who works on managing it knows, is understanding what those triggers are and starting to manage it once they happen. And when you get to that place, that's great. You are starting to become very self-aware of how your mind works. And that's really powerful. That's amazing. And please don't judge it. Everybody's mind works in a different way. So it's not a competition. It's not good or bad. People that are anxious versus people that are not anxious. The only important thing to know is that anxiety can limit you from living a fulfilling life. So if you have anxiety, seek ways, and in the links I'll link to some organizations that can really help get started for both the U.S. and the U.K. But just look for ways to manage it, and you will see. You can start just seeing an improvement right away. So my love to you all. Thank you for listening. Thank you for subscribing. And I'm really grateful that you're all here today. And hopefully I've given somebody some encouragement, some positivity, and take a baby step. Even if you're just working 5 minutes a day on your dream, that's enough. Just do it for 5 minutes. And do it for 5 minutes tomorrow. Just take baby steps. Because what you've started today, even if it's 5 minutes a day, in 1 year, you will have worked a lot more on your dream than doing no minutes a day. Hug yourself, love yourself, and my love to all. Please subscribe if you're new to this channel, and have a great day, everybody. Be safe and be well.